Okay, by my watch, it's 6:00 p.m. and I'm going to officially call this meeting to order. Anyone want to offer us a word of prayer? No? Okay. Bow our heads. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Dear gracious Father, once again, we just come before you just to say we thank you. We thank you, Lord, that you spared us from the last meeting to this meeting, oh Lord, and we just say we thank you. Dear Lord, I ask that you just abide with us in this meeting. Bless us as we travel home and just continue to bless this community and bless the members, dear God, and have us to do things that is pleasing in thy holy sight. Dear God, we just thank you for everything. Bless those that are ill, dear God, and just hold them up when they feel like they're weak and can't go any further. Bless us through our trials and tribulations because, God, we know that you are the answer to all our problems and all our tribulation as we go through life. Dear God, help us to keep the faith and the hope in all things that we go through. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Next, we'll have roll call of the officers.
Here, Dawn, present, William here.
Present. Let the minutes reflect that a quorum of officers are present. Next, we need a motion and a second from the floor to use the sign-in sheet as the official roll call for the members tonight. Motion by Pat, second by Virginia, to use the sign-in sheet as the official roll call for the members tonight. If no further discussion, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. And I would like to say that if you're trying to find your name back on that sheet back there and it's not there, most likely you have not updated for the last 5 years. So that's the reason your name probably is not there. So if you can come up during the regular hours between 8 and 4, see Scott or Denise or whatever else, and please update your information. That kind of helps us keep track of your address, phone number. If we have to email you or whatever else, then we know how to get hold to you. So anyway, that's the purpose of that. We appreciate your cooperation in that. Next, we'll have the reading of the minutes.
Good evening, everyone. And all right, this is for the Monday, October 23rd meeting called to order at 6:02 by Mildred Burkhalter. Invocation given by Rosie Hughes. All officers present. Motion to use sign-in sheet as roll call by Buddy York, second by Celeste Lee. Motion carried. Reading of minutes by Malia Taylor. Motion to approve minutes is read by Jeff Francis, second by Buddy York. Motion carried. National Council reps, none present. Creek Nation Tribal Representative or speakers, none present. Smoke shop report given by Malia Taylor. Community and CMD report given by Sue Henson. Motion to approve reports is read by Barbara Lee, second by Jeff Francis. Motion carried. Old business. OKC Thunder game. Motion by Jeff Francis to approve extra 1,600 for the Thunder game. Second by Jason Rice. Motion carried. Community issues, none. New business, Thanksgiving. Motion by Sue Hughart to approve 6,000 for Thanksgiving baskets to come out of CMD funds. Second by Pat. Motion carried. Community issues. The rules were given for Thanksgiving basket pickup. Date to be determined. Announcements. The portal applications for heating season begins November 1 and ends March 31st or until funds exhausted. Creek Nation general election is November the 4th, Saturday, 7/7. Benediction given by Pat Longprior. Adjourn. Motion to adjourn by Benji Cisco, second by Jeff Francis. Motion carried. Time of adjournment 6:53.
You've heard the reading of the minutes coming from the last meeting. I need a motion and a second. Motion by Jeff, second by Joyce. Floor is now open for any discussion, any question, any correction. If none, All those in favor of the motion of the minutes, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, any National Council reps present? Don't see any. Any Creek Nation presenters or speakers present? None. Okay, now we're down to report smoke shop and community following. Okay, we don't have the smoke shop number 1 or number 2 report. Those bank statements did not come in, so we'll have those at the next meeting.
Good evening, and it's Jay. Okay, Dakota Indian Community. Our total income was $74.10. Our total cost was $749.99. Our net income was $2,373.94. And in our accounts, our Armstrong, we have $11,091.56. In our BOK, we have $72,997.56. In our Armstrong CICC special account, we have $7,617.58. In our First Family Federal Credit Union, we have $206,975.99. In our First Family Elders account, we have $1,516.03. In our Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, we have $201,117.21. In our Teacher Tulsa's Credit Union number 2, we have $36,186.93. In our CMD funds, our total income was $20,000. Our total expense was $10,167.12, and our net income was $9,832.88. In our checking and savings fund, we have $8,637.03. Thank you.
You've heard the report coming from the community, and we didn't have one for the smoke shop. That will be given next month. And also the CMD fund. Need a motion and a second. Motion by Jeff, second by Virginia to approve reports. The floor is now open for any discussion. If none, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, down to old business item 8, Thanksgiving baskets. Those baskets will be given out on this Thursday, November 16th, from 3 to 6 p.m. out here in the parking lot. So those that were here at the last meeting, as I said, you automatically qualified for one, excuse me. So your name is on the list up here, and there is 18 baskets left. So after how many was it, 52? The 52 have received their baskets. Then those 18 that are left, it's going to be a first come, first served basis. So anyone that wasn't here that night, if you want a basket, you need to be around once we take care. And I asked that everyone, try to be here on Thursday between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m. if all possible. We need to get rid of that. We don't have any space to house any type of turkeys or baskets or whatever else. So if you can please be here, we truly would appreciate it. And like I said, there's 18 left. If you want to be one of those 18, then you need to be around once we're finished. Any question? I said 3 to 6 o'clock. We're going to shut it down. Yeah, at 3 o'clock. Yes. Yes, well, once we, hopefully, the ones that have signed up, and I just said, you got between 3 to 6 PM to be here. If we have 3 or 4 little stragglers that originally signed up that may be dragging behind or whatever else, we most likely are probably gonna set those 4 baskets back. And then we'll start giving out the 18. That way we're not here until midnight. So all I'm saying is in order to be fair, if you want one of those, like I said, once we take care of all those 52 that are already on the list, you're more than welcome to one. And if you get in a fist fight out there with somebody, good luck. Any questions? Yes.
Those that are coming, for the ones that are coming later because they're waiting for a basket to be available. Wouldn't it be better to say they get here about 5 instead?
Oh, you mean the ones for the 18?
Yeah, because they're gonna get in the middle of that line and.
No, they're not.
We have a traffic.
Well, I'm sorry to say this, but if they get in the middle of that line, then they're gonna have to move out the line until we serve. I'm saying this is the only way to be fair. You know, and the only way we do things is that we want participation from the members. You know, and we're not trying to punish no one, take anything away from no one, but it's not fair to those that do.
Right.
So I'm saying is if you want, once we get all of those individuals out the way, and as I said, if we're here at 5:45 and everyone has come through, then those remaining ones will be given to the first come, first served basis. Clear as mud? Okay, all right. Okay, moving on to community issues under old business. Anything? Okay, yeah, we can get them right there. Nothing on the community issues? Okay, then we're gonna back up a step. I noticed we had 2 visitors come in. If y'all ladies want to stand and tell you, y'all may have already called me and told me you were gonna be here, but I've slept since then, I forgot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, why don't you come on up here, please? She can come with you if she wants to. No.
What I was trying to do is our goal is to get our name out there. I don't know if you guys are aware of our office that's in Wetumpka. Are you aware of that office? A lot of people aren't aware of that office. So what we're doing is just taking our rec cards out just to show you that what we offer. The whole purpose is of that office is so that the citizens in the southern regional area don't have to go to Okmulgee. So at that location, we have Human Services, which is the social services department. We also have an energy department there. We also have the tax commission that comes every Tuesday for people to get their tags. We have transit. And I have family violence prevention on here. We got to get new updated ones, but now it's the Center for Victim Services. We also have that office. At one point, we do have National Council contact information. They used to have an office there, but they no longer do. We also have employment and training. And we have a light horse office down there as well. It's not at our location, but it's located right next to the food distribution, which we do have a food distribution office down there as well. Right next to us, we have the Wetumpka Indian Clinic. Then there's our office. We have a childcare location and also a Head Start. And so what we're just trying to do is just get our name out there and let citizens know that we do have that office, or if you have family that lives down in the area, to let them know that they can come there without having to go to Okmulgee. So does anybody have any questions for me about any offices or any services that we offer?
Like that.
What does what? The transit, it covers, the areas down there. Also, like if you have to go out of town, they try to work with Okmulgee Transit because they have that location too. I know that their goal is to open other offices within the reservation. I know one of the offices they're gonna open is in Holdenville. Muskogee Nation, bought the old DHS office there. And so, and that's for citizens down there as well. From what I understand, they're supposed to be trying to open one in Eufaula, too. And so, I'm not sure exactly when, but it's just to offer more services for our citizens, so you don't have to travel to Okmulgee. And our office has probably been open about 12 years. And a lot of people don't know that we even have that location. So we're just trying to get out to all the community meetings and let people know what we have. So. Does anybody else have any more questions?
May I get a card?
You sure can.
It's money.
I'm gonna leave these along with, my, business card and my assistant's business card. And so, I'll give that to Dion, and then that way, if y'all need any to pick some of these up for yourselves, you can.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. I appreciate y'all letting me come in and talk.
Thank you. Bill,
Uh-huh.
there's something new that they put in, Muskogee Creek Nation added to Muskogee. And that's their tag agency. I don't know how many people know about it. We were gonna go pick up some tags and they say, why don't you go to Muskogee? I didn't know they had a tag agency there. It's on York Street.
Okay, I think I may have heard briefly about that, but maybe we can have, Scott or Denise, or maybe I'll get around to it, maybe call Creek Nation and actually maybe get a list or location of, different sites across the state or whatever else, because if you said you've been there 12 years, I've never heard of it,
The Muskogee one, they just opened it. I think it
Right,
just happened a
yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Right.
But then, they do travel to Oklahoma City twice a month to go to Oklahoma City. As far as, and they have one at the Jinx location,
Yeah.
because there is a location at Jinx.
Okay,
And those are the only ones I'm aware
I think they have one in Wheaton.
of. They probably, I wonder if they, I'm not sure if it's full time or. if they-
I don't know, I just saw it on the list. How you doing?
okay, any other questions? If not, one of our wonderful representatives, Mr. Proctor, has walked in. So we're gonna let you come on up and say your piece.
Evening, good evening. Hello, everyone. Good to see y'all. I know everybody's been keeping tabs on what's happening in the past week or so with the tags. Has anybody had a citation on that? Do you, have you? No, not yet. Or have y'all heard what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, it's all over social media, news and everything, and newspapers. I guess a citizen that was out of her jurisdiction and where they live got a citation for $250. And they're stating, they don't have a compact, that tribal nation doesn't have a compact, and there's only 3 that do with the state, and that's Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Cherokee. The Creek Nation does not. We just recently passed to where outside our jurisdiction, citizens can get a tag. So those would be the ones that would be at risk to receive a citation if it goes that far. Those that live here in the boundaries shouldn't have anything to worry about getting that citation. Basically, what they're saying is failure to pay state taxes, vehicle tax, and that's what they're getting cited for. So And that's just another one of the things that's been going on with our governor, you know, he's trying to get,
So if we go to Oklahoma City and we're out of jurisdiction,
if you live here. If your license say you live here and your tribal and your Creek Nation tag is here, there's not, it doesn't say you can't go anywhere. You should be okay, and we should be okay with that, you know, you shouldn't have any trouble with that. And
Does that have anything to do with like when we go through the toll gates? Does that have anything to do with that too? Because I mean, I've gone through them several times and I have never got a bill for it. I mean, we went clear to Lawton and never got that.
well, and part of that, they recently went to plate pay, you remember, see that where it says, see, and with us not having a compact or anything, maybe an understanding, you know, where we have, they can't get our information. So they don't know what, you know, that tag is. And it was recently stated that they're losing $16 million because of the Creek Nation. Because of these failure to pay tolls, you know. And, you know, seems like that seems overinflated to me, but I don't know honestly, but do we have that many cars on the road? I mean.
They should have kept the state workers there. Why did they pull them out?
Yeah.
They didn't
But-
collect.
So a lot of that is their, it's more of a revenue type thing. That's what he's looking for,
Right.
the way I see it. But hopefully, we have been in discussion with other tribal nations and kind of letting it kind of go back to where the agreement when we first started giving out tags. So hopefully, I don't know, they said if anybody received a citation to call the Attorney General's office. I don't know what can be done, but they want to know what, you know, if anybody has received any citations for that.
the word in your reservation means nothing again.
No, not according to state of Oklahoma.
So if I'm speeding in Oklahoma City.
Call in.
Don't, yeah. Hopefully that won't come to that. I mean, like I said, if you live here and it states that you're in this jurisdiction, you live here and everything is here, I mean, it's okay that you're out of jurisdiction,
So it's just your at-large people in here in Oklahoma that are gonna be.
in a sense, yes. Mhm. All right, anybody have any other questions on that? Yes, go ahead. Well, they're citing, state of Oklahoma law, basically. And that's what it said, and I've been reading up on it. And the lady that received that citation, they were stating Oklahoma law, saying your vehicle needed to be housed in your jurisdiction. And her license didn't say that she's lived in that jurisdiction of that tribal nation. And that's what they're stating or citing as their reason to give you a citation.
So your address has to match with your tag, is that what you're saying?
And yes, and that's what they're saying. If we don't have a compact, you can only be in your jurisdiction to have that tag. But she was living in and outside that jurisdiction.
Yeah, just like my granddaughter, she's got a Comanche tag, she lives in Sepulveda.
Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of what they're basing everything on. Because they were stating in what the agreement says. So it's all up in kind of interpretation because they call it Indian country. Isn't the state of Oklahoma Indian country?
That's right.
Anyway, you're getting all into this legal stuff and I'm not a lawyer, so. And I don't want to steer anybody wrong. I'm just kind of reporting what's been going out there. So please don't say I said it. Anyway, go ahead. What a compact does is you have an agreement with the state. And so since we don't have a compact, all the revenue that we from the taxes of our tags stays within our Creek Nation. If we got an agreement with the state, we split it. Yeah, and basically you're buying a personal Creek Nation tag with the state. they're allowing you to use a Creek Nation tag, but you're paying for it, or the nation is. I mean, that's kind of what it is. And, yeah, yes, go ahead.
If someone lives on the reservation and they don't have a license, response to that. If they go, say, Cherokee, reservation, is another reservation,
Mhm.
how would you be out of your jurisdiction if the Cherokees are going to let you come in?
And that was been in discussion about having multi-jurisdictional agreements.
Because, yeah, because all of the tabs are the reservations.
Right. Right. And that's been in discussion too. So like I said, it's just starting. And it'll be in court, I'm sure. But as of now, I haven't received anybody who's had a citation on this yet. I haven't heard anyway.
But if you have, people from out of state, on a out of state reservation, so, Shoshone travel,
Mhm.
travel time, come here to visit. Could they give them a ticket?
Honestly, I don't know how far they're gonna go with this, honestly. Yeah. I really don't know how far they're gonna go with this. If they're gonna be, see a tribal tag and just start hammering them everywhere, I don't know. It's hard to say. Hopefully not. You think they'd make better resources of their time than stop us? And they say that it's public safety because they don't know our information. They can run a tag, but they don't know it, and it's for public safety. That's their reasoning. We're all lawbreakers.
It's alone, I know.
Anyway, anybody have any other questions on that?
Tell us about the, tag officer.
The tag office in Muskogee? Yes.
You know, where it's at.
Let's see. I'll have to look that up and I'll give it to you. Cause they were supposed to get one. Mhm. South York, yes. All right, any other questions? We had our meeting, November meeting last week. This week, there a lot of our council members are in New Orleans for the National Congress of American Indians conference. So that's where Galen is tonight. So he's over there, and there's several of our council members there taking part in those conferences there. And this is a big subject that they're discussing with other tribes also. So that's where Galen is tonight. You have any questions?
Yeah, what about our, Texana?
I have been talking with tribal construction on that, and hopefully we can get something going in our legislative clerk, so we'll probably try to come up with something. I need to get with you on that.
Oh.
Yeah, that way we can
Oh,
get something going, because hopefully we can get something by next year, or even that, close to that.
oh,
That's my goal.
all right, okay.
All right,
I'm gonna go through that now.
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Our goal, yes.
I know, it's a long time
Yeah.
overdue. I understand that. All right. Well, that's all I have, and anybody have any questions, they can see me after.
All y'all little lawbreakers out there, aren't you ashamed? No, I'm just kidding. I know it, that's what I'm saying, I was looking for somebody to come up out there any minute, but anyway. Next on the agenda, we're down to new business, and item number 1 is a storage shed. Since we've gotten rid of, most of the storage places that we've had to put boxes of files, and we have to keep those for at least 5 to 7 years. This room back here is getting overwhelmed, and we don't have anywhere to put those boxes. So the board talked about this, and we're wanting to maybe purchase, I went today and looked at some buildings, purchase a 8 by 12. and it's lofted. It has no windows, that way, no one can't break in. It comes with a free $200 ramp. It has the urethane paint on the outside, which it'll last longer. The color is a driftwood. We would like to take this out of smoke shop number 2, and the price is $3,826. And it will set out here in the corner of this property right here. Need a motion in a second, and then we'll discuss it. Motion by Jeff, second by Josh. Now the floor is open for discussion or any question.
What about a container?
Well, the container most likely will probably sweat if it's not climate controlled. The walls are gonna sweat on the inside, and your boxes and whatever else is that is in that container, yeah. We'll probably get, mildew and moisture and everything else in it. Any other questions? If not, all in favor of purchasing a 8x12 storage shed to store our records in? And it'll come out of the smoke shop number 2 funds. Please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, item number 2 is employees Christmas party. You know, every year we try to show our employees that we appreciate them. We will probably take them out to dinner somewhere. We're looking at, what is it? Captain D's. J's, what? We don't know where we're, anyway, it's Captain somebody is in Uvalde. We don't even know where we're going. But anyway, we're asking, it may not cost this much, and this will come out of Smoke Shop 2 funds as well. We're asking for $2,500 for the employees' Christmas party. Motion by, yes. Motion, did you motion? Second by Vicky. Charlotte Lee, and second by Vicky Dan. The floor is now open for any discussion. If none, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, we're down to item 3. Again, we always give the employees a Christmas bonus, and this does include the officers. All we did was raise it $100 from last year. And the total we're asking for is $20,200, and this will come out of Smoke Shop 2 funds. Motion by Jason and second by Virginia. The floor is now open for any discussion. If none, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, we're down to item 4, REMA lights. You know, every year we try to go and take the members somewhere, and we're planning on going to the REMA lights on December 14th. If that's not an available date, it'll be backed up to December 13th. Dan Beasley from the bus transportation didn't call me back today to find out if that was an available date, but we will know for certain, and you just probably need to call back up here, but that will be December 14th. There is a limit of 45 people because I think the bus carries 55. We want to ask for $2,500, which include the bus, the driver's tip, and the meals. And we had talked about stopping at either one of the locations. We're going to either stop at Los Cabos or Casa Tequila. Huh? And these two locations are in Tulsa. I said, say it again, Los Cabos or either Casa Tequila. Huh? But anyway, that's where we plan to stop to eat. And we're asking for $2,500, and this will be taken out of smoke shop number 2. I need a motion, and motion by Virginia, second by Vicky Dan.
The motion.
Virginia, and second by Vicky Dan.
Be sure they're gonna go too.
Huh? Yeah, make sure you're gonna go. You know, either way, we know things happen, and sometimes you know, it happens that you can't go. You plan to do this and the plan doesn't work out. But if you're wanting to go with us, there'll be a sign-in sheet up here tonight for you to sign in, and hopefully we don't have to get 2 buses. But anyway, huh? Okay, Embry. Yeah, there's no age limit. This is the trip that anyone can go on, but if you have a child and you want to take that child with you, then you have to be responsible for those children. And don't send the children to the bus and no parents available. So anyway, we plan to leave here about 4 o'clock. 4 p.m. Because it gets dark now, and once we get up there and maybe park the bus and everybody gets off and maybe look at what they need to look at and then load back up and go eat, we should be back before too late at night. So we have a motion and a second on the floor asking for $2,500, and this will come out of smoke shop number 2. If no further discussion or any question, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, we're down to item number 5. You know, we changed the Watson building into the flea market. I have went down and they are probably about 96% done. They're waiting on doors, one door to go on the north side, and then to do something with that sliding door on the front. They already have the doors in there. They're waiting on some hardware or something also from Hogle to come in. But those booths are really nice. They put in a storage, a bathroom, and there's 10 booths in there. And as I said before, if you want to rent one of the booths and you want to share with 2 or 3 other people, then you can, you know. But this is something that will also benefit, as I said earlier, the members of the community, plus it will be a little revenue coming into the community from those rentals. We had also talked about the amount of rental. Anyone ever had a booth in a flea market anywhere before? No? You have? Okay. And I have too, and I guess Chakotah is known for all these little antique malls and everything around here, and I think it'll go over well. The dates to be open will probably be, we talked about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you have a booth in there, then you're gonna have to man that booth yourself until we get to a point where maybe we can actually hire someone to be there maybe 5 days a week, where that person will collect monies from your sales out of your booths or whatever else. But if you don't want that, then you just have to be there yourself to collect your money. But whatever rent is due, it will actually have to be paid to the community. Otherwise, if you don't pay your rent, then you're gonna forfeit your booth. So, we looked at, I've paid as high as $90 a booth. We looked at that, but since we're only gonna do probably about 3 days, we're probably gonna start out with about $65 a month for your booth. I would say, Amy, they're probably, in my mind, some of them are maybe 5 by 6 or 6 by 6. They're pretty large. Yes. No shelving. There's peg boards in there if you got anything to hang. It's all around. You can hang items up on the wall, be able to put stuff on the floor. They're roomy. Well, we didn't know, the individual will have to provide their own setup inside of their booth. If you got a little table at home, that you want to put items on, then you're gonna have to bring it. We can't, there is a wall between the booths. Yes, they're like little stalls right now. Yes. So, and they probably will be labeled, since there's 10 in there, they'll probably be labeled 1 through 10. So each one, and when we get to the point, you know, that you'll have to put your little booth number on the little ticket, and what, in a description of your item and what it's gonna cost and whatever else. And that way, once we get a person in there, they'll know where that item came from out of that particular booth or whatever, and they collect the money and they'll distribute it at the end, in which I think I'm going ahead, but I think that what will have to happen is the community will also have to establish another account, open another account that strictly is for flea market, because you will have to distribute, if you get a person working in there, you'll have to distribute that money out of that particular account to the members. So, but that's kind of down the road, but we're looking at opening in probably about March of 2024, next year, just about a few months away. And they should be done, like I said, here within the next month or so. But we're looking at March of 2024. We plan to purchase a sign to go on the top of it, and not to interfere with any of the casino action down there. We'll probably put a little sign over to the corner or whatever else to advertise, and we'll advertise by media and other locations to let people know that we're there, and probably send out notices to the other communities and let them know that we're open. Any questions? And as I said before, you know, when we first talked about the flea market, I said it would probably cost about $30,000 for them to complete this. I think it's probably going to run around $28,000 once they're done, because we've already distributed out, what is it, about 20, I don't remember the exact total. But anyway, we talked about also taking it out of the BOK, and that money has already been transferred into the operation. We paid several bills. One we were fussing about is that they got a dumpster from somewhere way up around, what was the name of it? Helping Cans? Do you know what that is, Daryl? It was up around Jinx, but it was an arm and a leg to rent that dumpster. Cost us about $700 to rent that dumpster where they, so I don't know if it'd have been cheaper to get one locally or what, but anyway, I thought it might have been connected to, you know, what they use, the tribal does for, you know, construction, but anyway. Any questions on that? If not, moving on, item number 6, members giveaway, Christmas giveaway. Well, all I'm going to tell you is that we're going to give away something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Because it's my prerogative. I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, you just have to be here to know. I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, I think that we probably will, get whatever I expend in the next meeting, I'll bring it to the body. But, you know, it's our way of saying, Merry Christmas to you. So, but I know one of them is that I'll go ahead and ask for approval to purchase, we're gonna give away hams for Christmas. And I think we'll probably need, how many, 80 hams. So if you're wanting a ham, you need to sign up tonight, put your name on that list. Malia has the list. Now, Donna will have the list, and one per family. And just come up tonight, put your name on that list, and that guarantees you a ham. Okay? Oh, yeah, we'll use the sign-in sheet as the, so if you didn't sign in tonight, and like I said, if your name is not found on that deal, most likely you haven't updated for the last 5 years. Or your information has gotten lost somewhere, so you really need to update.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
and that will sign up as including the Zoom
Yeah.
people.
yes, we got you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. And everyone on Zoom is automatically gonna receive one tonight as well, so.
Thank you.
But I need probably to go ahead and ask for about $6,000, which will probably also be taken out of the smoke shop number 2. So I need a motion and a second to, motion by Virginia, second by Jeff, to approve $6,000 for the Christmas giveaway. Any discussion or any question? If none, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Motion carried. Yes, smoke shop number 2. Item number 7, BOK transfer of funds to Armstrong operation, and I think I set that up into item number 5. I went ahead and withdrew 22,000 out of the BOK, and it was transferred into operation. And if you want to see that report, it's up here on up on the table here. But that has already been transferred in to cover those fees that covers the cost of the flea market. Like I said, we had to pay probably 18,000 here in the last day or so on that. So we did not have enough in operations to do that. We had talked about it in previous meeting, and it has been transferred. So I just wanted you to know that. Okay, item number 8, community issues. Anything on the community issue
We do not need to vote on that.
to, for the 22? We did when we approved it back in the,
Oh.
yeah. We already approved that back when we decided to go forward with the flea market on that 22,000. I think it was actually 30,000 that we asked for. So that's already been approved. If nothing under community issues, a couple of announcements. The center will be closed here. Thanksgiving's on the 23rd. I think Creek Nation is closing down at noon on the 22nd, but we will be closed the full day of the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th, and will return on Monday, the 27th. So if you're needing something from the center before Thanksgiving, you need to get up here by the 21st. Oh, yeah, yeah, Creek Nation holiday, so they'll only be here one day, November 21st. And be closed until November 27th. Okay, and the clinic as well. Okay, I had an announcement. Dan from transportation called me. Did anyone, well, I'm gonna put it out there and I hope you're honest. There was one of those clear bags that was given at the Oklahoma City Thunder game. and it had a T-shirt in it, and it was left on the bus. Did anybody miss one? Dennis? Okay, Dan has it, so I'll probably journey over there. Okay, yes. Yes, okay, so we settled that little animal right there. Okay, all right. Okay, I will pick it up. Okay, anything from the floor? We don't have very many we don't have, should I say, active committees. But we do have one active committee that we appreciate all of their hard work. And that's the election board here at the community. So I would ask that Pat Longcrier, Vicky Dan, Annette Hicks, and Lily Hill. I didn't see Lily tonight. She must be out partying. If y'all will come to the front, please. Vicky and Annette.
Okay.
All right.
I don't like.
Firing squad.
Yeah, this is the firing squad. I'm gonna get the duck in here. But anyway, on behalf of Chakotay Indian Community and the board, we appreciate all your hard work and all
Thank you.
that you do. And we didn't want you to go this Christmas without just a little token from us. So here's a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, community.
Yeah.
Board.
Thank you, ladies. And tell Lily she missed out, hers is voided.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, yeah. She'll never know, will she? Okay, any more announcements from the floor? If not, anyone want to give us a benediction? And then also remember, this Thursday, between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m., pick up your baskets, please. Okay, for those that came in late, and I said we had 18 extra left. So if you were not one of those that signed up at the original last month's meeting, you have the opportunity to get one. So just be here and sit out in the parking lot with your hand up. And if you happen to come through the line, or if you alert one of these officers and let them know that you're here, once we give them out to all the ones that did sign up first, let them know your name will go down on the list, and we'll give you one after everyone else has been served. Is that fair enough? Okay. If nothing else, someone want to give us a benediction, a motion and a second to adjourn, and we're out of here. And remember Thursday. Okay, all right, okay.
She always said, like, I think she would say, God is great, God is good, thank him for our food. So tonight, I want to say, God is great, God is good to our nation, and thank him for everything he's done to let everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. We need a motion and a second to adjourn, and we're out of here. Motion by Vicky, second by Virginia to adjourn. All in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Good night, and thank you for coming.